I'm lost, for one. But all I know is we're supposed to go in here. Well, these are damaged. I seem to be in a bit of a predicament. Well. Ow. Ow. Well, I am dead already. That was... I forgot which button was the VATS. Oh, ow, wow, 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 wow. Okay, so immediately, just that.
This is a pre-recorded attack message indicating my desire to commit violence on you. Message indicating my desire to commit violence.
I am dead already. This may be a small problem.
The X-42 giant Scorpion is alive! Awaken my pet! Initiate your search and destroy protocol in the name of all that is Mobius!
Ooh, I can just take cover.
X-42, attack in the name of Mobius!
I can just kind of take
Crush them with your pincers!
cover. In a way.
Go back to patrol, you piece of junk!
Yeah.
Go back to patrol, you piece of junk! Oh, it looks like the target drones got activated and... Oh, how cute! They're engaging the X-42 giant Robo-Scorpion. Let's see the shrapnel fly.
Okay, this will be interesting. Structuring arms relating to general coordinate stations, mostly. Well, it's virtually impervious to small arms. Sonic emitter that Parsons brought in managed to fry several of... Okay. Improved EMP shielding. No. New atomic laser. Oh. Residual radiation. Maybe necessary to... Oh. Okay. Improvements to the giant robot scorpions under the protection. Tron models who've been using as hostile communist forces, largely ineffective.
This is a pre-recorded attack message indicating my desire. This is a pre-recorded attack message indicating my desire to commit violence on you.
Right, yeah.
Crush them with your pincers! X-42, attack in the name of Mobius!
I'm really hoping there's a lot of these Protectortrons.
X-42,
I'm not sure how we're missing. Where's the... There it is. I'm just taking... Oh. Ooh. Run, 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 run. I am going to the next zone. Okay. Backup generator. Strain on the generator. Damn thing shut down right in the middle of testing. Lasers output by 25. Dangerous. Designed to handle power. And 2. Yes. Not sure what actually happened there. I don't think I can actually hit it from here. I have to come outside. That. Don't know if there's an effective range. Oi. Oi. Oh. Nailed it. Oh, hello. There's a whole load of stuff. Mm-hmm. This is all that's left. Ooh. Layer. Ah, yeah, another halo. Nice. Where is he? He's up there. I mean, can he really do anything? That thing could, but me? It's me. I'm in. Another layer. Ooh. like that. Collaboration file. Ooh, okay. That's what that was. Mm-hmm. Look, if there's anything the game did want me to take, it would be laid out on a table or something. Like a nice, healthy away. Oh, okay. You could probably could have used those to attack the... Oh, well. Well. We finally meet. I'm not being sneaky about it.
They said I was mad. Preposterous. Not an angry bone in my body. Hmm? Yo, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days.
You know.
Seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. Little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's
I mean,
it. You're coming into focus nicely.
You haven't had repairs in a long time.
Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. Went black a while ago. That's old age for you. Should look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. Flying tortoises were the worst.
Oh.
Would you care for a mentat?
I'll save it for later.
I love mentats. Delicious and smarty. I have all sorts of amazingly science-erific thoughts and ideas when those chalky tablets are zipping through my biogel. I forget them all not long after, though. Especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis.
Oh, that's
Had
great.
to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end.
Okay. What else? You're not really.
That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting. Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
I was expecting like the rest, but you need a good cleaning. I need my brain.
Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions.
What?
Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
About some things.
Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Or maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers.
You don't seem... I mean, I'm here talking with you, and you're quite passive.
Oh, I was was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties.
Oh.
Whenever I take Mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung. As for the Psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose.
Curious about some
I
things.
find things curious as well. Go on.
What about the Roboscorpions?
Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather large scorpions kept coming in from the desert, like poisonous frosting. How scary, I thought. But they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a reward for their tenacity.
So they're
Then
actuals.
I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard? Mustard custard. I
whoa.
wish sugars and salts.
Yeah, you don't want to mix those. Sounds like you built...
Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. Some reason for it. Ethics or, conscience? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it knows the raisins better than I do.
What? Sounds like you forgot.
This name's as real as you or I. Although I believe your brain expressed similar incredulity at the nature of such an appellation. Someone's been watching too many old-world science fiction movies, it said. I believe it meant me. I must admit I have a vulnerability for holotape fantasies of planets and robots and all that is forbidden.
What?
As for the name I was born with, like the think tank, we were all reprogrammed to forget them, take on new names. It enforces the recursion loop in our perception programming.
What? I don't understand any of this.
Now, trap is a rather harsh word, like excrement. Not an inappropriate word, but still rather harsh. But, yes, I did take some liberties with their programming. It's all right, they don't remember. I certainly didn't until you said trap, and then I said excrement, and then...
Why did you trap them?
The radar fence to keep the think tank hemmed in wasn't really enough. They keep testing things. They would have found a way to disarm it.
Yeah.
I suspect I have Plan 9s in place, but I may have coded myself to forget them, just in case. They're probably very dangerous, lethal, or worse.
What's a Plan 9?
So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here. Or as you like to say, trapped. I prefer to have several Plan 9s in case the 7s fail.
Fuck's a 9? That fuck's a 7? Klein Mobius. Oh, circulates it. I don't get it.
Oh, you figured it out. No pun intended. Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name in the first place. Ouroboros, Klein, they have all forgotten themselves. And not only themselves, but the world, sense of time and history. All that is left is what's here.
So you
I
remembered.
reprogrammed their chronometers, geometers, and cartography programs. This is now their world, here, Big Mountain. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. They were my friends, but sometimes they would take things too far. The world isn't ready for that kind of too-far thing-taking. That's my professional opinion, anyway. And I am told I was once quiet professional.
Yeah, he did say Ouroboros, or whatever it is. Ouroboros.
Really? It is so unlike me to make an error in anything I do.
You've been having all sorts of speech.
Well, it's simple. Despite their many failings, they are rather bright. They are the think tank for a reason.
That's what I meant.
Didn't change. Without something to distract them, make them afraid, they would simply deduce what had happened. And when they start deucing it up, then you came along, the final variable solved. They saw that their world was larger than they perceived. Bacteria, finally able to see its host.
I mean, you know. Yeah. Yeah, because there was mentions of other visitors.
There have been other visitors to make them doubt their perceptions, but you are the one who dialed back their monitor micromagnifiers.
Sure.
You were irrefutable proof that there was a...
I'm just gonna say to myself, don't you just love it when the stream disconnects you right in the middle of him speaking? You can't really pause. Anyway, you know, the only wrinkle. Yeah, the fact that I was shot in the head.
Yes, very good. I should have mentats in just you instead of the other way around. Mentats. In any event, you showed up at the think tank, and because you had suffered a cranial injury in just the right place, bullets in the head are usually much more fatal, and yours was a light case of bullet headitis.
It didn't seem that way.
The Autodoc in the sink to change its programming to fix the problem, and the brain extraction technology for once worked.
Great.
That gave the think tank the knowledge its brains couldn't possess.
What?
With that knowledge, the procedure can be reversed. If they obtain that procedural data, they can use it to mush and modify their cranial cells into hosts to slip past the radar fence. I'm sure of it. And once they're off the reservation...
Yeah. That was something that was said.
I consider coincidence to be profanity, along with the words astrology, herbal tea, and luck. So watch it, potty mouth.
What's wrong with herbal tea?
My threat broadcast is designed to instill and install fear. And along with the emotional download, other data rides the fear carrier wave. It prompted them to
Hello,
focus on
Indiana.
retrieving those
I am
technologies and bring them to attack me. And coincidentally, pardon my language, all those technologies are needed to put a brain, your brain, back into its skull properly.
Yeah. They did that. I don't remember.
That means my plan is a total failure. That is unfortunate.
Shame.
Oh well, at least I tried.
What was the purpose?
The X2 antenna can be used to focus your alpha wave frequency thought patterns. The sneaky suit, why, it houses a cardiac regulator. And the sonic sound wave projecto emitter was never intended as a weapon. It was a medicinal vertebrae pulse desensitizer. In short,
I mean,
brains, a heart, and courage. Spine. I think there was a story once where a band of murderous thugs sought these things. They
Oh,
had
you
them
know.
all the time in the story. Didn't stop them from murdering to get them. And it won't stop the think tank either.
the old Wizard of Oz. Kinda. Other things.
Yes, this is getting interesting. You are
I'm just talking to this
filled
guy.
with these little slices of curiosity, aren't you?
Apparently. Why did you just steal the brain?
Oh, a variety of raisins. You're something of a homily. Anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see,
Okay.
you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
I mean, that's what you are.
I'm not sure, except that I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. I have very good reasons for almost everything I do. Even if I forget them occasionally. Although I feel this one is especially important. Oh, well.
Other things.
Yes.
Yeah. It's time for me to go.
Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat, then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
Oh yeah, we got a level up from it. Pop guns. Unarmed. Probably survival. Rest. Bonk. 34. What's new? Nothing. No, it's definitely something. Sure, no. Thinner paste is kinda good. Had it. That's an unarmed move. It's completely unarmed. Damn. Become a monk. Oh, we could have used that against the giant Roboscorpion. Whoops. unarmed ooh. You know what? Yeah. Take that. Ignore damage. Okay. Way to make an entrance there.
Well, well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been? Crawling through bits of radioactive muck again?
It's weird that it's British at the same time. It's weird this calls us, ew, pip pip. About it.
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
Alright. Calm down.
Yes, well, believe me, the opposite is equally true. Good Lord, have you bathed at all since they pulled me out of you?
Well, not really.
Well, I see sarcasm hasn't eluded you. Fine, perhaps now isn't the best time, but it's the principle of the thing.
Let's calm yourself.
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we
Calm
forgotten
down.
who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
Now, hold on a second. Kind of work as a team here.
I most certainly am not. I'm the seat of all reason and logic in our little partnership. All those feelings that motivate you, that sense of righteousness and that rush you get when you help someone, do you know where those come from? Glands. They come from glands. Free of the tyranny of your ape-like and primitive endocrine system, I can see how foolish your motives are.
But yeah, that's... You're kind of connected to all of them.
Well, look, it's all a very complex system of biofeedback and other things I wouldn't expect you to understand.
It's just this glandular.
Oh, all right. Perhaps I am, but at least I'm logical about it.
How did Mobius get here?
After the think tank extracted me from your skull, they fell to bickering amongst themselves. I'm sad to say we were quite forgotten about.
That's a
Dr.
shame.
Mobius saw an opportunity to gain some leverage and had me spirited away to his dome.
And how did that happen?
I don't know. I'm afraid the trauma of our separation rendered me quite insensate. I didn't come around until I was safely ensconced in this tank. I'm quite sure whatever he did was highly scientific, though.
Wait a minute, is this because the way he's talking and all that makes me think this is because we do have a 10 intelligence.
Hardly.
This is
Dr.
probably
Mobius
something
used
that you
a
might be able to
close
change
observer of
depending
goings
on
at
your
the think
starting
tank. As soon as he
intelligence.
saw the opportunity, he took it.
Well, it's something
Well, as long as your curiosity is satisfied.
partially.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
You know. Too bad I've got arms.
I can see there's going to be no reasoning with you at all, is there? I'm nothing more than a slave to your deranged glandular whims.
I mean, that's just a good point. I have arms. What are you gonna do?
Well, certainly there might be some things I miss about being ambulatory. We have seen some incredible sights, haven't we? Jason Bright and his followers launching into the vast unknown. But still,
Yeah.
given the tremendous, potentially life-ending peril that went along with those, yes, I'd rather stay here.
Well, fine.
No, please don't leave
Yeah,
me here
that-
in this
I mean-
nice, safe dome where I have access to nutritive fluids and a fully indexed library. Please don't deprive me of being dragged through a landscape so
I kind of
bleak it was
expected that he
actually
was going to.
improved by the end of the world. I don't know how I could bear it.
Actually, that's a good point. Do you want to
It's true, the brains here have experienced some degree of deterioration. I'm confident that with a few decades of work, I can solve the problem.
See, you think you're smarter.
Actually, yes, I do think that. I think that exact thing. All the time.
What a surprise. Why did you never say?
What did you think all those self-preservation instincts were?
What
All those
self-preservations?
times you thought for a fleeting second, maybe I shouldn't punch that death claw in the face.
No, I absolutely
That
did
was
that.
me telling you exactly how I felt before.
Yeah, no.
Ugh, crawl back in there? Are you mad? I don't know where you've been.
Here.
For all I know, you're riddled with disease or packing one of those delightful head wounds you seem to attract. I'm not crawling back into your head just to ooze right back out again.
Just take better care.
I believe you, and I'm not saying I do. We still have one significant problem we're facing. Even if I wanted to settle myself back in your skull and go to all the trouble of reconnecting nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here.
Then-
We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
Then let's make him share.
Oh, lovely. We've reached the mindless violence
Of course.
portion of the program.
Why
Tell
not?
me, what exactly are you, and I use the word loosely, planning?
We have a lot of options. All of them violent. But of course, the way we are.
Going the old-fashioned route, are we? I rather like it. What's next? Right! Look out, think tank! This brain is coming out of its jar! I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us.
Yeah,
Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem.
nice.
Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
So I now have my brain. That's weird. Oh. Wait, what did the quest say? Spine, heart, confront Klein. Boing, boing, boing. What perks do we get from being spineless? Brainless. Yeah, it's heartless. What was it? Cannot be poisoned. Actually, yeah, that's... I'll keep the heart here. What about spine? What was that? I'll take my spine back. Boing. Boing. Just gotta make our way back. Just quite easy. Just gotta oh hey Muggy. Anyway, think tank. Klein awaits. Oh. Why is it red? Oh, this isn't good. Oh, do I have a bad feeling about this? Hey, guys, what's with the Death Star theme going on? Do I have to do it? Hello.
Lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
Found my brain.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
No, we need to talk.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
I was hoping for Mojave. Kind of wish I'd put more points into speech. Can't let you dissect the Mojave.
Yes, you can. You don't really have an alternative that I can see.
Dr. Klein, please. Let's see what its insides look like. Finally.
Fine. Are you sure we've calculated all the combat probabilities here? I mean, the lobotomite confronted Mobius. Plus, you know, we haven't had a COMBAT drill in forever. I don't think we could form a tactical attack triangle if we wanted to.
That's a shame.
Releasing the WOMBAT was not my plan, so get off my voice box.
The
Silence
wombat.
opinionators.
We are bigger, smarter, and floatier than you, lobotomites. We don't wish to fight you, so surrender your brain, now.
I mean, A, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. B, I don't see a single weapon on you.
Yes. Wait, you did, didn't you? You are lying. No, you are not. Your heartbeat, perspiration, all excessively confident and sure of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you reason with that maniac? He'll destroy us all.
So would you.
Fight? I've never been in a fight. What do I... Colleagues! Think tank! Alert! Alert! We are under attack!
Firing brainial beams at my spectral array of dissection lasers.
Oh, he is just out of there.
Going on a
Oh, gone.
Oh my.
Gone.
It's killing the calls feel like.
Oh, it's gone. Oh, they are gone. It is. Oh, that was brutal. Right. Hello. I'm going to be taking pretty much everything off of you. Oop. Took too much. No, I know what I took. I know what I took. What I shouldn't have taken. There. Don't need any of those. That was needlessly harsh. Meeting people. Shame that they're all dead. Oh great, is ammo really that heavy? Yeah, yes. Yes it is. Fission batteries. That heavy. Can we return to this? Return to the sink. Sell it all off. Boop, boop. There we go. So back to the sink.
As it had been in the
Oh.
years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sink Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The Biological Research Station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magnetohydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the big empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other sink personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind-eye old Jefferson eventually discovered a new sound. Silence. It only made him more filled with the blues than before. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names much too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step,
but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
The think tank basement, filled with the lobotomized robotical frames of the doctors, now served as a graveyard. The monitors had recorded the battle in its entirety, including the think tank's final, shrill, terrified screams, whimpers, and pleas for mercy. They broadcast these humiliating last moments as a warning to anyone approaching the perimeter that other smarty pants were not welcome. The courier was the inheritor of the Big Empty, and there was room for only one will in the halls of the think tank dome.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sync sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Damn. Big brained. Big brained. Back in... Oh. Okay. And you will... Oh, okay. Simply equip.
The commies have eyes everywhere, citizen. And that means they're not just commies. They're peeping Toms.
Who's really going for it? You are really going for it, aren't you? Original spine. Put your spine... Yeah, I do want my spine back. That'd be nice. Oh yeah, sell off everything at Sync.
Might I be safe in the assumption that matters with the think tank have been satisfactorily computed vis-à-vis your residence in this domicile?
I'd like to buy some
Very
things.
good, sir. Should Sir be in the market for a new suit of morning wear, I have several suggestions that might suit.
Yeah, suit. Anyway. SIGs. All the fission batteries. Like a SIG. Hydra. It's not a lot of valuable other than super stim banks. Keep all of that. Don't need a frag mine. Yeah, so I need some stuff repaired.
Very good, sir.
Specifically, these two. Also maybe the Rebar Club, shish kebab, maybe. Ooh, that actually might be a better. No, but these two definitely need to be done up. Oh, right. Oh god, stealth suit. We cannot repair that. That needs... Anyway. Can't even repair this shish kebab. So we have this now. Boom. Oh god, here we go. What the fuck are you? What the oh, mole rats. Where did she go? Yeah, she's just, gone. She's... Thump. Don't know where that hunter's body's gone, but... we can now go... there. How little we know. Now go... You know what? I think we'll take the walk. Take a walk up and sort of see what happens. Because as much as that was surprisingly, I didn't know how much left I had on Old World Blues. I thought there was going to be at least a little bit more, but obviously here we are. Back in the Mojave. These guys are still alive, surprisingly. It's always good to hear. Oh. Wait a minute. I never noticed this detail. Oh, I never noticed you either. Get back. California, Nevada. So that's the state border. Over there's California, over there's... Huh. Never noticed that before. Shows how much I pay attention. Because I 100% have been down this road before. And I remember this road well. Because there was mines underneath these cones. anymore. Not yet. Oh, he's just gone. Wow, you guys are weak. Spending so much time with the fighting robo scorpions and night stalkers and all this, that, and the other. Just completely forgot what it was like to actually just give a person a swing around the head with a block of concrete. Which way do we need to go? We need to go to head. Technically to Novak. I don't see no road. See a caravan, but no road. Oh, wait, we need to go back to... I forgot completely about that. No, there's... Yeah. I may or may not have completely forgotten about my two companions. Bollocks. Right, well... You know what? Thinking about it, I think... Yeah, it's probably a good thing to end it not too long after the end of the DLC, much like I did with the Sierra Madre. What was that? Blood Money. So, I mean, hey. Let's go get sort of perch across here. Yeah, that's good. So, yeah. A good place to stop it would have been a few minutes ago, but sooner rather than later. So in this case, it is streaming a little bit early. Oh well. But thanks everyone for watching, and I shall see you later.